All week long, law enforcement from as far as Canada were here in the Tri-Cities for special training and certification. Action News reporter Aiden Whitaker spent a day with those officers and tells us more.
From New York City to British Columbia, Canada, there were officers coming from all over, part of an annual training with the Pacific Northwest Police Detection Dog Association. The Pasco Police Department, which has 4 different canines, was the host agency for this year's event.
In our region, it's far and above, as far as the standards for this certification, are far and above what's required in other places. Not to say that the training's not also good, but the certification standard here, single, double blind, it's the hardest standard to accomplish.
Combining classroom instruction with real-world scenarios is part of what sets this training apart from others. Nearly half a dozen locations throughout the Tri-Cities, including tow yards, homes, and even the Toyota Center, became the training grounds for the dogs and their handlers.
We have instructors from New York City, we've got instructors from Ontario, Canada, we've got FBI instructors, you name it, we've got it here. Bring the best people to do the instructing and speaking at the various conferences to enhance the abilities of these dog handlers.
So Washington State has a certain requirement that they have to meet with an 80% pass rate for the handlers, and there's a lot that goes into that, so we won't get into all that, but PNW requires 100%. And the other big factor is that there's not very many associations across the nation that are doing double-blind testing.
Double-blind testing means that the person who placed the substances isn't present during the tests, so the handlers and their canines can't know where they're at without doing the work.
Whenever we are writing a case based off of an alert from the K-9 team, reliability is a huge component of that. And so basically what we're able to show is that we have far exceeded the state requirements when it comes to reliability out of a detection team. The
nicer thing is it really gets, you have dog teams out on the streets that are at the highest caliber, which I think the public expects. They don't expect mediocre when it comes to, police work. They don't expect mediocre when it comes to paramedics. They want the best of the best out on the street, and that's what we're offering here is higher level training for their officers and their canine teams, whether it's in our Portland airport, our Seattle airport, whether it's the Moda Center in Portland, or whether it's the Seattle Seahawks Stadium. Those stadiums are being swept by dogs that are certified through our association.
The dogs are certainly capable of taking on more of a challenge, more of a role, so it's up to the handlers to rise to that challenge.
Because of how hard those tests are, not everyone will rise to that challenge, but many did. Reporting in the Tri-Cities, Aiden Whitaker, Action News.
Leaders say the training wouldn't have been possible without the support from countless community businesses and organizations who offered space and sponsored this year's event. It returns again next year on the west side of the state.